what they're going to notice, because one of the things as a CISO is no one ever says thank you. No one really appreciates what you really do because it's kind of hidden. And so nod as a head. So how do you make sure that when there's a moment of truth, they really get it, that you've done a really amazing job? I was telling the story the other day. I was in this HSBC CISO role up in Hong Kong, and we made 80% of the profit, I think it was, out of 19 countries for the globe. I get a phone call. It's the COO saying, I want to ask you some questions, Dave. And I'm having a one-on-one with a staff member here, okay? It just comes out of the blue. He started going, for the next 20 minutes, bang, bang, bang. I want to know about your CrowdStrike rollout. I want to know about your micro-segmentation rollout. Nailing me about question after question. After 20 minutes, I know every answer. And he hanged up, and I said, thank God I passed that test, right? My staff member said to me, David, you know all the details. I said, I hate the details. Here's why, because he wants me to know the details, so I have to know it, right? So it's about knowing your weaknesses and then saying, how do I compensate that? So skills, knowledge, experience, and behavior. So here we go. When we're younger, we care about skills and knowledge. We want to have accreditations, we want to have knowledge around different technologies, we want to know now about large language models, right? How do you do large language model prompts? We want to know about knowledge about cloud, et cetera, et cetera. But what's more important in the bigger jobs is experience and behavior. Since I retired, I've also worked now as an advisor for a cyber recruitment firm, and we're placing CISOs and other people in management positions. And it's really interesting. No one ever asked about skills and knowledge. They assume that, right? That's your foundation. What they worry about is that person's behavior and experience. Is that person got that world experience, able to ask the right questions? He's able to go to the board and be confident and also say no. Right? That's a harder one to say no to. So to me, all these things are really important, and they all reinforce each other. We've got some top 5 CISO skills. None of these should be a surprise, and none of us should be necessarily fantastic at all these things. So leadership, strategic thinking, communication, problem solving, and risk management. Now, the more you focus on doing that, and then those skills get reinforced with your behavior, right? If you're actually able to be a good leader and say no and do the right things all the time, people can see that, and you can reinforce your own behavior and how you operate. Similarly, there's other soft skills required. Collaboration is really important, negotiation. Being calm in a crisis, right? That's really hard to do, but inside you're churning, but outside you're calm. Continuous learning is such an important thing. In this day and age of models and AI, we can't learn fast enough. The models learn faster than we do, right? So how do we sharpen our sword every day and learn things new every day? I was speaking to one of the colleagues here earlier about large language models and AI, and it is scary because it's a whole new brand world of threats that we don't know about and don't understand yet. How to get your arms around that? Stakeholder management, I'll speak about a little bit more later on as well. I'll keep going. So the questions of interviews. It's interesting. I think my worst case was probably doing 17 interviews to get a job as a CIO, including one at midnight, I think it was. I've also done interviews in Japanese, which is hard because I'm not a Japanese speaker, but I tried to get through that process. So I think these are all methods to test you under pressure and see how you respond. And so I think to me, we talk about this being an important part of the process, that you all go through interviewing people, and you'll go through yourself, go to interviews yourself. And so it's quite interesting. You know, the last few weeks I've been doing some screening calls, and so you can ring up somebody and ask questions, and pretty soon, within 5 minutes, you've got a sense whether that person's got the right energy level, you know, thinking ability as well, without going through an hour process of interviewing. And so I think it's really interesting how do you tune up your own thinking through what's needed and what's not required for this role.